Hi everyone, my name is Anderson and this is my YouTube channel. Alright, so today's video is going to be episode number 1 of Burning Down the House. Take a guess, why is it called Burning Down the House? Because I got a bad track record with the fire detector. So much so that I just unplugged it out of my house because it was going off all the time. But I recently heard from a friend who tried this recipe, an avocado black bean brownie. It's vegan, gluten-free, and we're gonna give it a try. This is not me teaching you how to do it because honestly, I'm just gonna be winging it as well, and you get to follow along and see how it goes. All right, let's get into the kitchen. So I've laid out all my ingredients. I've got some mixing bowls here and my things. These are the ingredients that we're going to need to make our black bean avocado brownies. You can use eggs to do it. I don't personally buy eggs, so I use flax egg, and they are naturally flourless based off the recipe that I have chosen. Let's get started with this. Hopefully I really don't burn down the house. Okay, so maybe one day I'll be the type of person who can just whip together a recipe without, or like whip together something without needing a recipe. I'm not that person yet. So we're gonna start. The recipe that I found is from Ambitious Kitchen. I just Googled it. Since I am using a flax egg, I'm going to start with that because it takes a little bit for it to sit and become sticky. Flax I'm using is just from Bob's Red Mill, and it's lasted me so long because I don't like use it that often. I think per teaspoon or tablespoon is equal to 1 egg. The recipe said you can use 2 eggs, but if you want them really cakey, use 3. So I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons. Okay, so I added some more water to it. It's kind of like that liquidy consistency, and then you let it sit and it'll turn into more of like a sticky, eggy, jelly kind of thing. I should have probably looked at this before. It says to just put it in a food processor, like put it all in. So I guess we're just putting it in the bowl. So we've got black beans in the bowl. They smell kind of funky though. That's the weird thing. Like they do smell a little bit. Okay, so we're putting in the black beans. We've got that. Half of a large ripe avocado. Honestly, like how do people film YouTube videos and talk and be entertaining while they're still doing this too? And like my battery is dying. I'm stressing out. I clearly am new at this. Ooh, yeah, at least we got a winner. So half of the avocado into the mix. Like, how do people do this? I can't even, maybe this is why they do it with a recipe they know instead of pausing all the time. Fool, 1 tablespoon melted coconut oil. I did not do that, so we're not gonna melt it. We're just gonna go for it. 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Coconut. I'm stressed. I don't know how people do this. I really don't. Anyways, a half cup of cocoa powder, which I love to have cocoa powder on hand because I put it in my smoothies sometimes if I want like a chocolate smoothie. Oh, okay. So this, we're back. Clearly had some technical difficulties. Does that scream new YouTuber, like battery dies in the middle of a video or what? I'm almost done my little coffee, so now I'm getting hyped up, and let's get back to the show. Okay, so I just put in the cocoa powder, so now everything is like chocolatey covered. It looks like rabbit poo. If you've ever had a pet rabbit before, this is what rabbit poo looks like. Next, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon. Oh my god, I'm making a mess. Okay, 1 teaspoon in. Guys, this is like way more stressful. I haven't even started cooking it yet. This is only the mixing process. When you hear people say YouTube is a job, and I'm like, yeah, it is, but dang, like getting different sick angles and stuff, man, this is way harder than I expected it to be. But that's okay, because we're gonna persist on. And also, I apologize. I keep looking at the screen above because I just want to see how it looks, and it's also very distracting. So I apologize if my eyes are always like this. I'm trying my best to look right at you. Anyways, then we add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda. Baking soda. Oh, well, that just spilled out, so we're just gonna say that's about a 1/4 teaspoon. All right then. Now we next have a 1/4 tablespoon of salt. So I'm just gonna shaky, shaky, shaky that in there. Man, I'm getting in my flow, peeps. That coffee did me well. 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I have really like chipped front teeth because I always use my teeth. Especially when I was a kid, I'd use my teeth to open everything. I can't open it. And now my teeth are all chipped up. And my mom would always say, please don't do that. And I'm like, screw you, Mom. But it just works, man. Like, it just works. That's why I do it. But Mom, I do appreciate you. And I do wish I listened to you more because my teeth are now chipped up. But hey, they're making a good, tool, I guess. Anyways, so 1, whoa, baby. You know, I love vanilla, so I'm just gonna do 2 because I freaking love it. And also, I just checked the flax egg. It was looking a little bit like dry, so I'm gonna add some more water to that. I just need to get this done so then I can maybe like be entertaining for a minute. Chocolate chips. Now this peanut butter, I'm bouncing all over the place. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar and just a dash extra because, you know, you just want stuff to be sweet. So that was about a quarter and a half. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. These are vegan chocolate chips, so those are what I'm going to use. Oh, it was 2/3 of a cup of coconut sugar. And I did 1/4. That's a lot of sugar, man. Okay. No, that just seems like a lot of sugar. So I'm just gonna do, and also I'm using quarters, so hopefully a half is close enough to 2/3. 2/3. See, this is why it's called burning down the house, because I clearly just was not destined. I don't have the patience or the discreetness. I just like, I'm a bull in a china shop, you know? Good though. Okay, that's good. These are gonna be toppings. Hemp hearts I'm gonna put in a little bit now. Hemp hearts are really high in protein. Like, there's so much good stuff in them. Like, if you look at all the like vitamins and stuff, 3 tablespoons has 10 grams of protein, like all this manganese, thiamine, B6, all kinds of vitamins that you don't get in just like everyday food. So I love to add this to basically everything. And then we'll add a little bit more as like topping later. Now, this says to put it in a food processor, but my food processor is broken, so we're gonna use a blender, and hopefully that works. That's why this is all called burning down the house, okay? Oh, put the egg in. I just feel like it's not liquidy enough. Like, how's that gonna... I wanna add another half an avocado. I have a half. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna use the other half of the avocado. Because I just want a good creamy texture. This is why I burn down the house though, because I don't wait, I just like do it. Whatever. YOLO, right? Okay. So this is what our mixture looks like pre-blending. So very much like just rabbit poo and avocado. All right, let's go blend it. Delish. when I first moved into this apartment, a fire detector went off so much. It was like so annoying. And then it was doing that beep where you're supposed to replace the batteries. I just took it out because I'm like, honestly, this is too much for me. Like, what? Just watch this, okay? Like, nothing's happening. What did I miss? Obviously, it needs some more liquid. Like, you can't just, like, there's actually no liquid in this recipe. Like, no liquid at all. So, even though the recipe doesn't call for it, I'm gonna add, can you see, some coconut milk to it, okay? Because, like, it needs to be liquid. And it can't even blend. Man, these chocolate chips are delicious. I don't know how much that was, but hopefully enough. Now we're getting it. Okay, people. Okay. Yeah, baby, let's go. This is like an arm workout. Okay, that definitely helped. And my battery is probably gonna die again in just a warning. But we're gonna add some more. Just, you know, some wiggle room here. It sounds like it's actually trying to chop a log of wood. Like, how thick could avocado and black bean be, really? Like, it's mush. And this blender is like struggling. And I don't know, like, it's pretty good consistency now. But I can't tell if the chunks are the chocolate or the... All right, we're back for the second time. Now, while we were gone, I greased the pan. I added more chocolate chips, more cocoa, and more vanilla to this to try to, like, I don't know. It's not as sweet, and like when you're cooking something, you want it to be more sweet before you bake it. I watch someone like Sarah's Day, my idol, or like James Charles, who just like whips up a cake palette, no big deal. And I'm like, why can't I just like do that too? Anyways, so we're here. We're pouring it in. The oven has been preheating while I was waiting. I mean, it looks like really thick. The recipe, I checked back while I was waiting, and the recipe did say it's supposed to be like really thick for it to be really fudgy kind of tasting, but we're just gonna... There's like a bit left in here, but I'll probably just like eat it like pudding, because like that's the whole point of baking. So this is the product before we bake it. Amen. Wish me luck. All right, so the brownies have been in the oven for about 15 minutes. This is what they look like so far. I'm going to quickly add, now this seems like really liquidy, so I think that's my fault because I added a whole bunch of liquid because it wouldn't blend. Honestly, I was having a fit. I just was not happy with it. I'm gonna add some extra hemp hearts to the top of it, just because, you know, like
protein life, bro.
Chocolate on top. Now, this is where I tend to put it bluntly, fuck shit up, all right? Because I took so long with the whole process that I have to leave for work. And I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to like properly cook the brownies because they seem really liquidy and I don't know. We're just gonna wing it, but this is why it's called burning down the house, because I fuck shit up. So here's the brownies with hemp hearts and chocolate added. I'm gonna put them in for another 15 minutes and double check them after that. And if you were wondering, yes, I did eat the rest of this because it was fucking delicious, actually. Now, I'm gonna sit and have a little story time with you as we wait for the brownies to cook. One thing I've learned in my process of burning down the house is you have to set a timer. That's why you burn down the house, because you set it and forget it, and literally forget it. That's my problem, is I'll sit on the couch and then like be on Instagram and my boyfriend's like, it smells like something's burning. And I'm like, oh, fuck, no. Anyways, my story time, well, we're waiting for the brownies to cook, of the time that I literally actually did almost burn down my house, was I was at home cooking mushrooms, and I would like have them in the pan with oil and grease and that kind of thing. And my mom would always put candles that were like really done, that they wouldn't burn anymore, on the stove and burn them, like from turn the stove on and burn them, so that the candle could be used and you'd use the whole amount of the candle. Well, what had happened before was that it went on too high and the glass shattered, and then all the like wax went into the stove, and it was a great big mess. So that happened before, and it basically just made our stove like really smoky and that kind of thing. So I was 14, I was at home alone, cooking my mushrooms, and all of a sudden they're just cooking. All of a sudden the wax that had broken from previously underneath the stove caught on fire, and I was like, and I had a dog. I think there was just one dog there. The other dog might have just been chilling. Lobo, he was like this dog that he just like didn't really mind much, but I don't think he was there. But Nyx was the dog that we had, like at the time she was there for sure. She was a sheepdog and I love her so much. Rest in peace. So Nyx starts freaking out. She's barking. The smoke alarm starts going off. I'm standing there. The thing's on fire. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? And I almost thought for a second, okay, flip the pan and like smother it that way. But then the next thought process was like, no, that's a terrible idea, because throwing oil onto fire will just make it worse. So I'm going through this thought process, it's like the smoke is starting to like build, the fire detector's going off, the dog is running around barking because she obviously knows something's wrong. So I just was like, okay, don't flip it over because that will make it worse. The dog barking was like too much for me to handle. I whipped the dog outside. I opened the door and she was happy to go outside, honestly. And then I was like, fuck, what do I do? I looked in the cupboard for like flour or something, or like baking soda or something, I don't know, to put it, nothing, couldn't find it. So I grab a towel, like a hand towel that's just sitting there, and I soak it in I turn on the sink and like put it on, and then go, and then go, and toss it over the whole thing. And it just was like the loudest, like, and it went out. And that was it. And like the walls, it was like fully like the walls around the kitchen were like gray from smoke and burning. And I just like did that and it went out. I was like, and then my mom came home like half an hour later or something like that. And I was like, Mom, like there was just a fire like in the house. She was like, oh my God, what happened? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. And everything was okay. And that was like the most extreme situation I've ever probably personally been in, when you're like having to make quick decisions. That was like one time I actually almost did burn down the house. So that's my story time. All right, it's the moment of truth, and I always do this to myself where I have poor time management skills and I need to go to work. Like if I wait another literally 5 minutes, I'm going to be late. Even if they don't turn out, I can't cook them longer. Like I have a feeling I'll need to do. And I got chocolate all over my nails. So we're just gonna open it up, see what happens. I do wanna add some peanut butter on top still while they're warm. And then they're just gonna sit, and I will check back with them tonight when I get home from work. So let's see what all of this has been for. Ooh. Hey, they actually look not so bad. They're kind of nice, but they like jiggle. A jiggle, 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 jiggle. So I think they probably need to be cooked longer. I'm gonna stick a knife in it and see. Oh yeah, they're not even cooked in the middle. They're like completely still. So I have to leave. So what I'm gonna do, blare the heat in the oven. And it just tastes like burnt. It's not even burnt, like there's no sweetness to it. So I guess I'll do this later. I'll add the peanut butter later. I'm going to put them back in the oven right now on like super high heat, and I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna turn the oven off, and then I'm going to leave them in there to hopefully like cook longer. But your girl's gotta go, so that's why I call it burning down the house, because I do this to myself and I'm late for everyone and everything. So I will probably do a check-in tonight when I get home from work at about 2 in the morning. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I promise you they will get better with time, definitely. And yeah, I'll check back in with you later. But hi everyone, I'm back, and it's about 8 hours later, 1:20 in the morning, and I came home. This is why we call burn down the house, because it's not just about literally burning down the house. It's also about figuratively burning down the house and kind of just fucking shit up. So I wanted to keep it super real and honest, and this is what my brownies look like so far. Like if I go like this, I hear them jiggling around. Like, and the chocolate didn't even melt. What the hell, man? Let's go vlog style. I don't think I'll ever get used to this angle. Look at that tooth. Anyways, I just wasn't born to be like a glamour person, you know? 5:25. Now, you're probably thinking, Anderson, like, why would you upload a video like this? And for me, I'm in like now or never kind of mode, and it goes back to what I was talking about before of like feeling kind of like a failure, or feeling like I can never produce quality stuff the same as other people. And that's a bit true. Honestly, it's true with how I feel, but that's a bit true in my character and my nature. And for so long of my life, I've just let it be like, I know I'm gonna suck at that, or I know it's gonna be awkward or embarrassing or not as like put together as everyone else, so I'm not even gonna try. And I'm kind of like determined this year to really finish things that I start and really just like give it a try, even though my edits and my angles and my outcome final product brownie is not going to be as perfect and beautiful as everyone else out there. But I really just want to try. Like, I'm at that point where I kind of have to say fuck it, I'm gonna try. It might not be great, it might be, whoa, that scared me for a second. It might be a terrible mess, but we're going for it, we're giving it a try, and it's just who I am. Like, I'm a messy ass bitch, okay? Okay? All right, we're putting this in the oven and we're gonna hope. So I am putting it in and we're gonna wait. The stuff, timer, bing bang. And while I'm waiting, I'm gonna be watching Miss Sarah's Day. She is my ultimate. Like, I just love her so much. If you want someone who makes good recipes, watch her, Sarah's Day, because she makes recipes and doesn't fuck it up. All right, so they've been in for another like total 15 minutes. I think that's enough though, because like if you're trying to make something healthy and you just cook the shit out of it, is it even healthy anymore? No. Might as well just buy some brownies at the store. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get, folks. So, I mean, it's not the worst. So I'm going to add some peanut butter to it. Chunky. I'm a chunky peanut butter gal because I just like to be able to have things to chew. I feel like it feeds me even more. And we're gonna drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. And I go like this. Because I flippin' love peanut butter. Comment down below if you love peanut butter. And if you're someone who's allergic to peanuts, like, I feel so bad for you. I just went overboard with this, but hey, I love a good peanut butter. Voila. Belly button. Well, I fucking love peanut butter. I really don't know, like, I just don't know how to bake. Baking, not for me. I don't know how to make it look aesthetically pleasing. I probably should let it sit. I just like burnt. Tastes not very good, but like would be the consistency. It's not dense, and that's probably because I put too much liquid in it, but it's just like mush. Like look, it's completely mush. Like the part that is cooked is like crusted. This was today's first episode of Burn Down the House. And although I didn't burn down the house, I would consider this an epic fail. But I'll still eat it. And you know what? Like, I say it's an epic fail, but I'm still eating this whole brownie. Like, I ate the brownie. My mom hates the sound of people eating. And I just munch this all with my fingers like a pig, not even with a fork. But as I said before, I'm just trying to keep it real. Well, peeps, that was my first episode of Burn Down the House. And although I didn't burn down the house, I didn't really succeed at this. And that's okay. My channel's not gonna be teaching you how to do things because I clearly don't know how to do them. But it's gonna be a channel of like what not to do, I guess. So thank you so much if you made it through this video, and I hope that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you feel happy and content. It is, it's 1:55 in the morning. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for watching. Comment down below if you have any recipes that you think I should try and burn down the house for episode number 2. And my Instagram is Anderson Langell if you want to give me a follow to get, like, I don't know, just like support and follow me. Yeah, I'm rambling. I don't have much of a topic going on. I'm gonna have to just get my life together. Yeah. Better luck next time. Anyways, have a good night. Bye.